Hey, it's Eric Graham here, and I'm in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, getting to kick off a 3-day mastermind and high-level training workshop for some of my top clients. And I just want to take a second here and talk to you a little bit about a phenomenon I see really plaguing and holding a lot of entrepreneurs back in growing their incomes as rapidly and as aggressively as they can. Now, I don't know if you can relate to this, but have there ever been any times in your business where you know what you need to be doing, you know the exact steps you need to take to increase your business, to take things to the next level, but for whatever reason, you can't get yourself to consistently take those actions that you know you need to take? Or let's say you do take some actions and you get a nice bump in your income, income goes up a little bit, but for whatever reason, you don't continue to take those actions that it takes to stay at that new higher income. And this is a phenomenon, again, I see over and over with a lot of entrepreneurs, and it has to do with something called your internal financial thermostat. Now, everybody, whether it's a janitor or a multi-billionaire, Warren Buffett, everybody has a financial thermostat inside of their head. There's a certain level of income that they feel comfortable earning. And in order for your income to grow, you have to up-level that financial thermostat. Now, if you take somebody who's used to making millions of dollars a year and take all of that income, all of that wealth away, well, guess what? We will, in a very short period of time, be back to earning those millions. But the dangerous thing about this financial thermostat is it works in the opposite direction as well. And in a lot of cases, if somebody has some short-term success, if their income jumps significantly in a short period of time, which is easy to do with the right offers, with the right online funnels, what can wind up happening is they'll begin to self-sabotage. They'll begin to either not take the actions that got them that success, or they'll take actions to sabotage themselves back down to the level of income that they feel comfortable at. And I've seen this happen over and over. In fact, I had a client about a year and a half ago. She came to me, had a webinar that was doing okay, doing about $10,000, $15,000 a month in sales from this webinar. But in a very short period of time, about 90 days, we rebuilt the webinar, recrafted her offer, recrafted her pitch, helped drive some significant traffic, scaled her ads, and she went from that $15,000 a month from this webinar to $150,000 per week. That's right, $150,000 a week. Now, what happened was she just was completely uncomfortable with that level of income and wound up actually sabotaging her way, not all the way back down to the $15,000. She dropped it back down to about $50,000, $60,000 a month, but dropped it significantly from where she was because a lot of fears bubbled up, a lot of insecurities bubbled up, and just stopped taking the actions that it took to get there, pulled back, just put the brakes on and scaled things back. And it is really unfortunate when that happens, but in a lot of cases it's a natural thing. Like I said, I see this happen over and over. And so the key is, before your income can jump up, at least if you want it to stay there, if you want sustainable increase in that income, you have to reset that internal financial thermostat. You have to reset your comfort zone because for somebody, again, who's used to making millions of dollars a year, if we go to making nothing or very little, we're way outside of our comfort zone. That's just incongruent with our identity of who we are and what we believe we deserve in the marketplace. But the same thing happens on the other side. If you take somebody and through artificial means or through whatever, increase their income significantly above their comfort zone, it's very natural for them to then take actions or stop taking actions and actually lower their income back down to that level where they're comfortable. So I highly encourage you to do whatever it takes to really visualize what your life is going to be like at that higher level of income. Go out and look at the houses, drive the cars, really build and expand your awareness. That's why, I like staying in nice places. We've got a beautiful suite here in Vegas. For our event, we're actually renting a huge mansion via Airbnb, this big 6-bedroom, $3 or $4 million place here in Vegas for the 3 days for our event. But your environment, it's one of the reasons I fly first class everywhere I go, is because environment matters. The environment you surround yourself with. Now, I'm not saying spend a bunch of money you don't have on things that you can't afford, but Get in front of those things, test drive the cars, walk through the houses, treat yourself to a stay in a $1,000 a night suite, maybe once a year. Save up for it, try to find a good deal. But environment matters. In environment and association. Association is the other key. Associate with people who are making significantly more money than you are, who are running significantly bigger businesses than you are. Both of those things can do a lot to up-level that internal financial thermostat and help you then play at a higher level. Because here's the thing, I've got a very specific methodology I use, and I'm going to be walking my clients over the next few days here in Vegas through on how to up-level that internal financial thermostat. And the beautiful thing about it is every single time I've done this in my life, single time I've moved my financial thermostat to where I'm comfortable at to a much higher level, within anywhere from 90 days to 6 months, I achieve that new target. Without exception, every single time I've done it. Sometimes it's very fast. I think my fastest is about 31 days, doubling my income just by doubling my internal financial thermostat. So I highly encourage you to look back on your life, look back at your business, and if there's any areas that you know what to do and you're just not doing it, I'd encourage you to set a higher level. Set a higher level for that internal financial thermostat. Try doubling it. If you're used to making $200,000 a year, reset that internal thermostat to $400,000 a year. Look at the cars you would drive at $400,000 a year. Look at the places you would stay. Look at the vacations you would take. What would your life be like at that $400,000 a year level? And I guarantee if you do this on a consistent basis, if you reset that, reprogram your mind, that in a very short period of time, you'll then begin taking the actions that it takes to hit that new level. So go out and make big things happen.